Today, we're diving into Seth Godin's game-changing book, This is Marketing. And we're going to start by forgetting basically everything we've been taught about advertising, hype, and shouting the loudest. Instead, we're going to explore a much more generous and, frankly, a much more effective way to connect with people and actually create real, meaningful change.
So, right off the bat, Godin just comes out and says it. For decades, what we've called marketing has really just been a selfish race to the bottom. Who can shout the loudest, who can interrupt the most people, who can grab the most attention. But here's the thing, that era is over. That old model of just chasing hype, it's broken. It just doesn't work anymore.
So what Godin's talking about here is a totally different philosophy. He's redefining marketing not as a battle for attention, but as an act of service. It's about making things better by making better things, by genuinely connecting with people, not just trying to sell to them.
Okay, so let's get into the first big idea, which is a complete paradigm shift. What if the entire purpose of marketing isn't at all what we've been led to believe?
This chart just lays it out so perfectly. You can see the shift, right? We're moving away from selfish hype and annoying interruptions and toward generosity and service. Instead of trying to find customers for the products you've already made, you find products for the customers you seek to serve. You serve a tribe. And the goal? It's not just to sell something, it's to actually make change happen. It's a total move from coercion to connection.
And this all brings us to Godin's new definition. Let me just read it because it's so important. Marketing is the generous act of helping others become who they seek to become. You see, it's all about empathy, really understanding someone's problem or their dream, and then offering them a way to get there. It's a tool for their own transformation.
Okay, so this sketch from the book is basically our roadmap for the rest of this explainer. You can see how all these ideas are connected. Things like the smallest viable audience, the power of shared dreams, and this really fascinating phrase, people like us do things like this. We're about to see how all these pieces lock together to build a powerful engine for change.
And that brings us to our next section, which kicks off with one of the most important and frankly most counterintuitive pillars of this whole philosophy, focusing on the smallest viable market.
This is a total game changer. Instead of asking, how can I reach everyone? The question completely flips to, who is the most specific, focused group of people that I can serve better than anyone else? It's not about staying small forever. It's about starting with a group that you can absolutely delight and connect with on a deep, deep level.
This quote just nails the mindset, doesn't it? There's this incredible freedom in realizing you don't have to please everybody. Because when you focus on a dedicated tribe, you can create something truly remarkable for them, instead of making something bland and average for everyone.
And this right here, this is the question. You have to ask it over and over and over again. Who's it for? Because this one question shapes everything you make, the story you tell, and exactly how you tell it. Once you are crystal clear on who you're serving, every other decision gets so much easier.
And the benefits of this kind of focus are just huge. I mean, trying to be for everyone, that makes you boring, it makes you average. But when you focus on a small group, you can overwhelm them with care and attention. And that deep connection is what builds real traction. It's what turns your audience into evangelists who start spreading the word for you.
Okay, so once you know who it's for, the next logical question is, well, how do you connect with them? And this is where we get into the really human stuff, the dynamics of identity and belonging.
According to Godin, this phrase right here is the most powerful marketing statement on the planet. It's that quiet, internal story that drives almost all of our choices. Whether it's the kind of car we drive or the coffee we drink, we are constantly looking for ways to reinforce our identity. And great marketing taps directly into this fundamental human need to belong to a tribe.
This means a marketer's job isn't just to find some group that already exists. A true marketer actually leads. You help define what people like us believe in, what they value, and what they do. You're not just selling a product anymore, you're building a culture.
I love this analogy because it captures the idea of empathy so perfectly. The old way of marketing is making a key, that's your product, and then desperately running around trying to find a bunch of locks it might fit. The new way, you do the opposite. You find a lock first, a specific group with a specific need, and then you carefully, thoughtfully craft the perfect key just for them. And that key is almost never about the features of your product. People don't buy what you make, they buy how it makes them feel. The drill bit is just a tool, right? The real product, the thing that unlocks their desire, is that feeling of competence and respect they get from hanging a picture perfectly on the wall. That's what they're actually buying. All right, so let's pull all these threads together now and look at what the real job of a marketer is today. And spoiler alert, it's not about running ads. It's about being an agent of change.
This 5-step framework pretty much lays out the whole process. Number 1, invent something worth making with a story worth telling. 2, design it specifically for that small group we talked about. 3, tell a story that matches their dreams, not yours. 4 is, of course, spreading the word. And number 5, and this is the part almost everyone forgets, is to just show up, consistently and generously, for years, to earn the trust of the tribe that you've built.
Now, this idea of tension is so key. It's not about creating stress or anxiety. It's about creating a gap. It's about showing your audience where they are now and then showing them a better future that they want to get to. Your work, your product, that's the bridge. You create this positive tension that can only be relieved by moving forward with you. And in the end, this is what it all boils down to. Marketing isn't a bag of tricks. It's a professional craft. It's a genuine commitment to use empathy and service to make things better for the people you have chosen to serve. And that is absolutely work to be proud of.
So, this leaves us with one final, very powerful question. The tools are here, the mindset is here. You have the ability to find a tribe, to serve them, and to lead them. So the only real question left is the one right there on the screen. What change are you going to make?